Hello and welcome to week 8. This week we're going to start with the Pause and Practice 7-1. In this project you will save a workbook as a template, set data validation rules, circle invalid data, and remove invalidation circles. We will also be working to use input and error alert messages. So the file we'll be using is the BUS120 Pause and Practice 7-1 Paradise Lake Start file to start. Please save it as your initials or your name, PPE7-1, or whatever you need to save it as. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to save it as a template. Going up to our file, Save As, More Options. You can see wherever you want to save it as, you'll put the word template at the end of it, save as a thumbnail, and then you want to choose an Excel template, .xltx. At that point, you click on this, and then you can press Save. And that's how you save as a template. The next thing we'll be doing is looking at validation settings. In this document here, we're going to be looking at the stock. What we're saying is, stock has to be a positive number. You can't have negative stock. You can't have negative inventory because it's you either have it or you don't, and then you would have 0. So we're going to create a data validation on this stock column. Selecting cells D5 through D29, we can compare to data, data tools, or data validation. We actually want to click on data validation. Going over to our settings, we want to choose that we're going to allow whole numbers only. Rather than saying between, we want it to be greater than a minimum of 0. So before we hit OK, we're going to input an input message. So we'll show this input message when cell is selected. The title will be current stock, and the input message will be number must be positive. When this is done, you can press OK. And there you go. So there's a data validation set there. So let's actually choose to circle invalid data. And here you can see that these two numbers are invalid. So what we can do is we can select them both by control clicking and then delete. And you'll notice that the circles are still there because we said it had to be greater than 0. Right? Being 0 or null value, the circles are not removed. To actually remove the circles then, going back up here, clear validation circles. Next we can do data validation from a list. Going over to our validation list, we can say apparel, health aids, and gifts. So quickly, if we just want to sort that, and we'll come over here to our inventory data. Right, we're going to be doing this on department. So we're going to select cells C5 through C29. Going back up to our data tab, data tools, data validation. We're going to do settings. We're going to allow a list of source. We're going to select our validation list, apparel through health aids. Except before we click OK, we're going to actually create another message. Or actually for this one we are not creating a message. We'll just press OK. And now we can see actually drop down menu here. So for C5 being a t-shirt blue, we're going to select apparel, beach towels apparel, a magnet is a gift, oops. The pen is also a gift, and these last two are health aids. Now we're going to do this again, so this time we're going to be doing it through B3 So we're moving to our Responses tab first, selecting cells B3 through B39, Data Validation. We're going to allow a list. Instead of finding a source, we're actually going to type in this. We're going to say it can either be an intern, comma, no space, manager, comma, no space, representative. We're going to create an error alert for this. Show error alert after invalid data is entered. Will be a warning. Title box will be wait, exclamation point. And the error message will be please choose from the list, period. Okay. So we click here to cell B4. We choose intern. Okay, B5. We'll type in staff. And you'll see an error message. Yes, we'll allow the error. And then cell B6 will say manager. And then we can be done with that. And that's the end of Pause and Practice 7-1.